Hello, my fellow adventurers! This is Mloentje. Welcome back to Throne and Liberty. Guys, we got a couple more codexes. We got actually a bunch of codexes still to go over. But we still have the extra codexes, the extra like storylines that kind of explain parts of the game, right? We already seen what lies beneath the wasteland, history veiled in darkness, and then of course Home Sweet Home. Today we are gonna look at invitations to the Hall of Illusion. It seems to be 2 quests, 0 out of 2, so we'll have to see. And then, yeah, we've got Nebula Island, the Lal Zone still to do, and the 2 Wings of Silhouette. So let's continue the story. An invitation to the Hall of Illusions arrived from someone named Kailos. So let's take a look at it.
You are cordially invited to Kailos' Hall of Illusion. Adventurer, you have been specially chosen as an extraordinary era-defining hero through a highly rigorous screening process based on your formidable star fragment power, exceptional skill, and unyielding integrity.
Flattery, guys. Flattery. Oh.
I, Kailos, curator of the Hall of Illusion, extend my deepest gratitude for your service. It is my honor to welcome you to this exclusive realm. The Hall of Illusion houses a lifetime collection of mystical works of art, an experience more breathtaking and fantastical than any exhibition this world has ever known, unmatched and unequaled across every age. May you encounter wonders that transcend time and space itself, beyond imagination. With great anticipation for the day we meet, I present this invitation with utmost respect and appreciation. Kailos, curator of the Hall of Illusion.
What an introduction! Holy crap! Strange invitation. Speak with Ashen at the Starlight Observatory Ruins. So that would be over here on the map, guys. Let's take a fast travel and see what she... Ashen? I do believe... Ah, that's the little girl, right? That makes special paintings that actually come to life. I do believe. Yeah, look at that. We've got it correctly. Oh, this energy. Ashen? Can you tell me more about your painting? It's been a while. Ah, no text. Are you Mloentje by chance? What brings you all the way here? Hi, do you know someone named Kailos? Kailos? Wait a moment. I'm sure I heard that name before. Ah, now I remember. On one day he suddenly came to me demanding I sell him a painting. A painting? Yeah, he seems to know that my paintings carry magical power, but I didn't sell any, just in case something might happen. As you know, my paintings... Well, never mind. But why are you looking for Kailos? Mloentje? Well, tell Ashen about Kailos' spirit mill. Hall of Illusions. Thinking back to when we spoke, I don't think you need to be overly wary of him. He didn't seem to be in a hurry, but I didn't sense any ill intent. Okay, thank you. Oh, that's right. I also remember he said that if I ever changed my mind about selling him paintings, I should come find him near the water pump in Talandra's Herba Village. Okay, we got another clue to where he might reside. So we need to go to the back here, all the way to the back, behind the llamas. Let's fast travel. Find traces. A painting. Okay, makes sense, makes sense. Find traces of Kailos near the water pump at Herba Village. Near the water pump, there's an easel you've never seen before. You sense a faint trace of magical power within the painting. You focus your energy. Enter the Hall of Illusions through the suspicious easel near the water pump at Herba Village. Let's go inside. See what story they tell me. Yeah, this place, it keeps looking amazing every time I come here. Like, holy crap. Control the picture frame. That's how you enter your first fight, right? Arbiter of the Frozen Realm, Haylock. So on, I don't think movement speed, health. Normally it's regen and health, right? So I do believe this is gonna be... I don't think I can just do this one. Deal with the Hall of Illusions, claim victory in the main menu, single player content, secret dungeon. So yeah, you kind of, before you get into the Hall of Illusions, secret dungeon, and then you got Hall of Illusions, right? You got specific power levels, guys. But some of these I'm not as proficient in them as I should be to actually get the rewards. Because if you go down, you can see that the reward list goes down as well. There's no difference between normal and difficult. So most people that can't really run nightmares, or it just takes too long for nightmare and they don't have the time, they just do normals. Like, it's minimum combat power 2500, so usually you can just kill them without looking at any of the mechanics either, right? And for these, Haylock and Gadian, it is something that I do normally. Just norm. There's 2 Hall of Illusions that I actually do nightmare on, but this is not one of them. So I'm gonna need to go out, because right now he's on nightmare and this fight would take me ages to do. Because it is on, as Strange's invitation says, you need to set it up right before you go in. Now, to close the dungeon to be destroyed, you see this dungeon mark here. You do need to click on Hall of Illusion Force Close. Because if I would go in right now again, then basically it would fail, right? I would go back into the same one. For this one, I'm just gonna do it like this, enter the hall, and that should actually work for the quest as well. Because I can't interact with the picture anymore. Let's go in again. If you're unfamiliar with the fight, guys, just you can see here on normal, you get vampirism and stamina, vampirism and health, vampirism and movement speed. You basically get a little bit of regen. It kind of helps you break into the fight, right? And as you learn and progress, you're gonna be fighting in different stages. But I'm not really in the mood for a 20-30 minute fight on this dude and then maybe a wipe on the other one. So I'll just kill him as we are now. There we go. And then you get to click on the painting again. Sometimes there's also a second object that you can interact with after the first boss. That brings you to a hall where you can pick up one stone, where is it, Mystic Keystone. But it's also meant for the special fishes that you can actually catch here in the Hall of Illusion. Let's go Vampirism and Health. This time, as everything is coming towards me, I just need to kill it. Kinda wish that I was in my AoE build now. This would be a little bit faster. We could just AoE everything now. I'm not sure if I can change. Yeah, for the stones, you basically want to have like the boulders kind of fall on top of them, and it breaks the shield, right? You can just nuke through it as well. Like, he still takes damage, but he takes lower damage. You can see, like, I just broke through the shield. That's another option you have. So I'm gonna kill these. You basically need to kill a certain amount. It says just defeat swarming golems, but you don't need to defeat all of them. It's just a specific amount. It's not stated anywhere how much or how many. You just keep killing until the game actually deletes them off that are left. I usually go for all the big guys because they kind of trigger like the end of the event. I leave the golem debris kind of alone. They're not doing any. I actually don't need to run around it. You can just stand here and you're not gonna be able to kill me. Even with my melee ability, I usually just stand in the middle here and do nothing. And there we go. I didn't even need to kill the ones that just spawned, right? And we go into the third frame, and that will bring us to the final boss. And here we can pick again. Movement speed. And it is a significant bonus, as you can see. I went from 17.8k health to 21k health. So the bonuses do help out a lot. Alright, let's move this dude down. It'll be a lot faster. Oh, wanna dodge that one. Now we can dodge this one. And he's dead. There we go. And this is the introduction quest, guys. New players probably will play at this level. also didn't want to bore you. At the end, you get the chest and the picture frame. The picture frame is to go out. So you do want to, if you have 3 times that you can claim the rewards. So you want to confirm it, and then you basically go out. You then again want to close, because if I would move in now, I would go like, oh, right, like with a co-op dungeon, I just leave the group, but I'm not in a group, so I just leave the group, go to secret dungeons, and then enter hall again, right? If I would do that, I would get transported to where the chest was at the end of the fight. So again, come to here, click on force close, then get to the menu, and then you can set up your second run that you want to do. It will always, the game will always pick the highest amounts. It checks what your minimum combat power is, and then well, basically you need to have more than 5,700, and if your combat power is more than 5,700, it will always automatically select nightmare. So it might be possible that you're like, oh, let's do it, forget to click on difficult or normal, and you go in and you might get horribly wiped. So I've had that a couple times as well. Read Kailos' Spirit Mail, the story.
If you're reading this letter, you must have already experienced much within my hall.
Yeah, I've been there a couple times.
As you've likely realized, the works in this hall are not mere art, but far greater.
Yeah, there are monsters that would destroy civilization.
They are gateways connecting this world to others. Doors that only those bearing a star fragment may open. I discovered these gateways by chance and beheld worlds of unimaginable beauty, becoming utterly enthralled on these mystical adventures that few could ever dream of. From that moment, I began gathering every legendary artwork ever recorded, building this Hall of Illusion piece by piece, and wandering freely between canvases to countless worlds. Yet my joy was fleeting. The painted realms meant to exist in perfect isolation began bleeding into different worlds, crossing into places they were not meant to reach.
Yeah, that's why I said, like, it can be horrible if they get out.
The cause, a single intruder, myself. My
Oh.
reckless interference shattered the balance between worlds, unraveling the fragile order. Once broken, each world descended into a terrible chaos that was far beyond my power to mend alone, no matter how hard I tried.
Yeah.
So, I began using magic to send invitations to adventurers like yourself, all of whom are exceptional starborn, destined for such wonders. I pray you and others will resolve the crises unfolding within these artworks. Through your efforts, perhaps these worlds may gradually restore their harmony and peace.
I'll definitely do my best.
You may be disappointed in me, and rightly so. Yet, as curator of this hall, I vow to remain at my post until the very end. Many masterpieces still await your touch within these walls. Please, do not turn away from their beauty in their time of need. Rest assured, you shall have my support in all things. Kailos, curator of the Hall of Illusion.
Full support. Well, I'm in need of a couple growth stones and a couple of unlock stones, so if you provide those. And weapon mastery. There we go. Quickly take a look. Codex. And then for the first part, we get 1 million. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 1 million. And then 3 million experience for the second part. And 1 million for completion, and then the end. Oh, so it's actually 5 million. Okay, that's nice in total. There we go. Kailos' invitation to the Hall of Illusions. Pretty cool quest, guys. Anyway, this is where I'm gonna wrap up this episode here, guys. If you want to see any more of my Let's Play, my Codex runs here in Throne and Liberty, or any other game that I might be playing on my channel now or in the future, just hit that subscribe button. It would always help out a lot. I do hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.